Hi, welcome to Bikini Design Club. Today we will be learning how to sew our triangle bikini top. We will also make available a bottom, a very simple bottom, and also it will be free. So please start by cutting our fabric. 2 pieces for the self fabric and 2 pieces for the lining. Don't forget, we also need the straps, so cut 2 straps for the top part of the top and 1 longer strap for the bottom part of our top. Then place right sides facing together and pin. Do this for the inner part and for the outside part of the top. Leave the bottom without sewing and also leave the top without sewing. So now let's start by sewing the areas that we've pinned. Don't forget to put elastic. We will use a rubber elastic. It's 7 to 8 millimeters height, and I always place the elastic on the self side of the fabric. So once you go to your overlock, use the self fabric on top. Put the self fabric on top, so you don't forget to place the elastic on top also. I always like to leave a little bit in the beginning without elastic, and in this case on the bottom of your top you will need to leave at least 2 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters. I left 3 centimeters without elastic because the channel will be built here, so we don't want the elastic on the way. So now that we've done this part and this part and all the straps, we are going to use the loop turner and put the straps to the right side. To do this, you just need a loop turner, so you insert the strap here. Mine is a little bit old, so it lost one of the pieces in the end, so it doesn't work that well, but it still does what we need, so I have to be patient, but usually I'm able to do it. So I grabbed the end and now I have to slowly pull everything like this. We need to do this for all our straps, and after they are turned to the correct side, I always cut the edges where the threads are. So now we just need to see which are the straps that are shorter. Those are the ones that we are going to put on the top. Part. So okay, this is my longest one, so these two. Now I'm gonna see where my seam is, and this part, this is a reversible top. I want my seam to be towards the black, so the lining piece. So I see where my seam is, and I insert with the seam to the side of the lining piece. I insert my strap here. I put a clip or a pin, here. I do the same on this side. Again, seam towards the lining piece. I I insert it here and clip. Now we are going to use the straight stitch machine to sew this area, and you will see me doing a small detail. This is a trick I use. I sew on this area here, securing the threads from the overlock, and then I cross the strap to this side back and forth, and then I again sew diagonal here on this side, securing the straps also. I do this because afterwards I'm gonna cut with my scissor. I'm gonna trim so that this finish, once it's on the correct side, looks perfect. So follow me and let's just sew these two bottom straps. So as you can see, we have sewn here across the strap and then again here. So now I'm able to cut here without any problem. So we trim this excess fabric and threads, and that's it. Now our straps are secure. If you want to see on the other side, I'm gonna show you already, and as you can see, the finish is very, very, very nice. You see? So that's why I do this with this method. So now let's continue doing our top. I'm gonna start by putting my strap inside, so it's tucked inside. And so it doesn't get on my way. Sometimes I even place a pin so I know it's hidden and it's not getting on my way. So my strap is there. And now some time ago when I started, I even marked the place here, and I stopped sewing when I did the sides, because we are going to have the channel here, and we will need to unfold, to cut some threads in this area for the channel. But nowadays I don't do that anymore. I sew all the way to the end, and now we are going to sew from this side to this side all the way, and then we are going to prepare the holes for the channel. Now we need to draw the area where we are going to open the holes on both sides for the channel. So once the top is on the correct side, we will sew a line 1.7 centimeters from the edge inwards. So it's more or less, if I tell you 1.7, it's more or less here. Okay? So if I mark here, so that more or less I know where I'm gonna do the line, you will see that on the side we will need to make the hole in this area over here. So this means I'm gonna cut the threads on this side and also on this side. But before I do that, I'm going to my straight stitch machine and I'm going to reinforce these threads. I'm gonna secure them to make sure that they do not open and unfold once I finish my top. And here I have already done that, but here I also do the same. And afterwards, yes, we can cut on this side, on the other, and do the same on the other side of the top. Now that we've secured the threads, we are ready to cut the 1 centimeter channel that we've talked before. So just cut, remove all the threads, and put your top, both of your tops, to the correct side using that hole. As you can see in detail here, once this is done and the strap will run along the channel that we are going to build, sometimes the threads come out, which is very ugly. So to avoid this, I hand stitch. So I do a slight I fold slightly to the inside and I hand stitch this area to make sure that once this is finished and moving the straps around this channel, the threads will not come out. Using the pattern, check which side of your top is the interior, the center of the top, and the outside near the armhole. And then we are ready to sew our channel using the straight stitch machine. You can use elastic stitch, thread stitch, or you can use straight stitch. If it's a longer stitch, it's fine. So sew along your curve area 1.5 centimeters from the edge, along from the beginning until the end of both tops. And if you want a perfect finish, don't forget to cut all the threads, the small threads that you will have, so you make sure that this looks very nice once it's done. Now we only need to, using our loop turner, to confirm that we have the interior and the center on the correct side and the outside again to the outside. And with the loop turner, put your bottom strap on through both tops and you are ready to rock on the beach. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all our new patterns.